Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to my 3 takeaways episode from the Jacob Fasig interview this past Monday. I hope you guys really enjoyed Jacob's story. I think it's super inspiring. And for me, the most inspiring and extraordinary part about it is because of where he started from being over 415 pounds. I think a lot of people in Jacob's shoes who are currently at that weight or over that weight probably think that they are helpless or that there's no way that they could possibly get to be healthy now that they've dug themselves so far deep into this hole or gone so far down the wrong path. But I think Jacob's proof that no matter how far you go down the wrong path or how deep you've dug that hole, there's a way out of it as long as you attack it in the right way. And I want to talk about kind of how Jacob attacked that in the right way and how he continues to move closer and closer to his goals every single day. So my first takeaway is talking about how he put his goals out into the world. And for him, that showed up in a number of different ways. But to start, he couldn't tell his wife right at the beginning, which is fine. So he told his friends, and his friends were able to give him accountability. So that was number one in terms of putting your goal out into the world. You can get accountability from others. And I think that putting your goal out into the world looks differently for every single person. For Jacob, it was telling his friends, and that way, anytime he made a food or a fitness choice, they could call on him and they could either say wag their finger and be like, no, Jacob, that's not going to help you get to where you want to be. Or, he could have that in the back of his mind. Are they going to approve of my current decision? So like I said, it could look differently for everybody because I think he told his friends, some people could be as bold as putting it on social media and have all their followers hold them accountable. But some people, maybe it's just telling your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, or something that small, or maybe even it's just speaking that goal out into the world to yourself. I think there is a very big thing to be said for just putting it out into the universe rather than just keeping it in your own head. Because if you speak it out loud to yourself, I think you're that much more motivated and able to hold yourself accountable to achieving whatever it is that you speak out. Takeaway number 2 is setting priorities. And I think this is my favorite thing that I took away from this interview. And he talked about how we all have 24 hours in a day. So it's not a matter of time. It's a matter of priorities. And a light bulb kind of went on for me because it's like, no matter what is my number one priority, I always get my number one priority done every single day. And usually my second, third, and maybe even my fourth too. So it's a matter of what you actually set as those top priorities. And I think top priorities for everybody is going to look a little bit differently. I understand that. But I do feel like there is some sort of healthy priority that everybody needs to put somewhere near the top. Whether it's physical health, mental health is going to be different for every single person. But I think that you have to have some kind of healthy priority at the top because if you don't show up as your healthiest self to whatever it is that you're doing that day, then how do you expect to be the best at that you can possibly be? If you're a teacher or a doctor, how do you expect to show up and give your best self if you're not feeling 100% healthier or energetic? How do you expect to be able to deliver the message to kids if you're a teacher the best way if you're not feeling healthy, if you're not feeling energetic? Or how do you expect to serve your patients if you're a doctor, if you're not feeling up to 100%? And how do you expect to be the best father, the best husband? All these different things, whatever it is, whatever role that you're playing at this particular time, how do you expect to be that person if you're not your healthiest self? And for him, also another part of that was setting an example for his kids. He put out the model of taking care of himself. His kids see him walk in the door every single morning sweaty because he took care of his body and he took care of his health. And now that shows them that it should be a priority for them moving forward in their life. And he sets the precedent for them moving forward and gives them permission to take care of themselves. And my third one, and this is a direct quote from him, is if your why sucks, then you're never going to make it. And there's that Nietzsche quote, I'm not even going to get it word for word, but know how, or if you have a strong enough why, you can bear anyhow. There we go. I finally got it. So you have to have something so internal that will motivate you no matter what, and that you're going to stay committed to it moving forward. External motivators are great and they will help you get over some boundaries, but in the long run, it's always got to come from within, because if you're committed and you have that why from within that keeps you going, then anything that comes in front of you, it's not going to be a wall. It's just going to be a hurdle and you're going to find a way over it. So it's not about if I'm going to do it. It's just about how I'm going to do it. And that's where that Nietzsche quote kind of comes in to play in terms of that. So again, my three takeaways: putting your goals out into the world, setting priorities, and if your why sucks, then you're never going to make it. Ending in 3, 2, 1.